Oh shit!
I guess I shouldn't eat now that we on camera.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Girl, hello.
Oh,
recording, just so you know. Don't say
I said that hello sounded like a whole bunch of stuff was behind it.
I was about to say, you sound like
It was a story.
doing some things.
Girl, my eyeliner is on. Hey, y'all.
Well, let me just tell you, we can't see very much detail because webcams are not, for some reason, advanced. So,
Of course, right. Got you.
you can see your eyes, but I can't see the detail.
Yeah, that's all that matters. How y'all doing?
All right.
We chilling.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel it.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. I did my hair, did my nails.
Oh,
It looks good.
Yeah, thank you.
I told Kourtney I'm slightly, not as much anymore because I ate now. Was slightly tipsy because I did a wine tasting. Stop it, Pepper.
That's what I should do. I should have some more.
Where'd you do a wine tasting at?
Cooper's Talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Needed to use some of those before they expire.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, you're going to have to shut up, man.
Right.
And before we all, die.
Yeah.
Oh, Taaj. Taaj, you're the one person. I mean, Morgan is very careful also, but you're like the one person where I'm like, at least someone gives a damn. Because everyone will talk to me like, yeah, this shit is crazy. But then they'll be at a wedding. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. Honestly, this whole thing has changed. Like when this is over in 2050, I don't want anything to do with these niggas. Like, I don't want to talk to y'all no more because you don't care about public health. It's what are you doing? Why are you at a wedding? Why are you at the club?
Oh, speaking
Especially
of
when there's ways to get around it. Like, yes, I did a wine tasting, but guess what? I was there when they opened. Wasn't nobody else there.
We know you. We know you.
Like, there's ways to get around things and still do stuff, but people be doing shit that's reckless.
Having anxiety attacks at Target. I can't go to the club.
My banana fiasco at Trader Joe's. Okay, so I'm pretty much regular. Like at the beginning of the pandemic, I was just going to the store to last me for like weeks. At the beginning of the pandemic, I didn't have a roommate, so I could like stock up. I didn't have to share the refrigerator and stuff like that. So I go like more frequently, but still like spaced out. Like I'm not trying to be out the house all like that. So anyway, I went to Trader Joe's and it was one of those days where I didn't have that much to get. It was one of those in between days, whatever. And I'm in line in like the 10 items or less line. And I'm behind this lady who also is in the same line as me. So she doesn't have that much stuff. For some reason, she couldn't wait to get checked out and go to her motherfucking car before she starts. She literally took her mask or put her mask down to eat her banana. And so people are reckless. Like they don't always cover the nose or they don't always have the mask on until they like literally get into the store. Like when you should probably just have the mask on as, walking through the parking lot, walking past a group of people. I digress. So but still, even though people do like the different ways of being safe, a lot of us in the area were like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's looking around like, courtesy. And she's, I'm so bad. Bitch, I will beat your ass in this TJ. Put that motherfucking mask up. For a banana, bitch. Not a Snickers,
for a banana.
Not ice cream, for a banana. You got me fucked up.
Girl, I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
It's stressing.
These people are crazy.
They are. And it gets worse and worse. I'll be seeing people, I'm like, oh, you here and you there and you all over there too. Ooh.
And then you think you're gonna come over my house though. That's where I don't really know like where the math is mathing. But no.
I don't even feel like going to get my hair done because the girl that do my hair, she been all up, been in Vegas, been in Florida. Yeah. I'm just gonna be at the house.
And you want to know what too? Something else. A lot of people that are traveling are in the health, like they have health careers. I see nurses like at the club, at the bar, getting down. You're around Corona every day, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So listen, at this point, we all gonna get it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get it when it's not miserable. Like right now, me and my dude, we had this conversation. I'm like, it's about to be holiday season. I want to enjoy my food. I like tasting and smelling.
Yeah.
So it can't happen the rest of this year.
I have how many relatives? Like 5 relatives that's battling it right now.
No.
Yeah. One being my 86-year-old grandmother. Girl, my sister, she lost all her senses, all of them. And she's recovering from it, but she still can't smell certain things.
Sometimes that lasts a long time. That can last months.
Yeah. It's been since July with her.
I know people who have had it and they still are just back on their bullshit. And I'm just like, or people that are like, I'm gonna get it. It's like,
which cool if you live by yourself and don't be around other people.
I get
all
it. Like,
you're doing is going to the club with other people that's that reckless, and then live by yourself. Do what you want to do.
It's still dumb.
But it's the people that be living with their mama and their grandmama.
My grandmother was just talking to me, like, you know, and she's right. Like, you can't live in fear. I mean, tell my anxiety that. But anyway, she's just like, you can't live in fear. So like, da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, if you know how to prevent something bad from happening, why would you not avoid it?
And it's simple. We ain't asking you to take a pill every day and do. It's some simple shit.
Wait, hold on. Stop the press. Tell me y'all seen T.I. say that dumb shit last night.
First of all, I try not to listen to anything that he says since he cares so much about his daughter's vagina.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
So anything he says, I'm expecting it to be dumb. But yes, unfortunately, I did see.
Lipton hot tea is going to boost his immune system so he can't get the Rona. Good night.
He said
that was a rumor early on too, though, before we knew anything. Because I remember my family would come to me like, "Yeah, I have safe fluids," and I was like, you know, fluids are never bad, but that's not gonna stop you from getting a virus.
No,
it's always just good for your immune system, but it's not gonna stop you from getting.
Right.
He was saying, and it's funny, Taaj, because you said like that Facebook shit. That is that Facebook shit. Because
that's that Facebook shit.
There was this doctor, I guess he was somewhere in Asia or in Europe, and he was saying that, like, yeah, consistently warm fluids, take a shower as soon as you've been outside, like that kind of stuff. And it seems logical, but it's not gonna. These are things to ease the symptoms should you be exposed or get sick. It's not
right,
because this nigga talking about it starts in your throat. It starts in your it's your respiratory. It's gonna start in your throat. So you get the tea rinse it down into your stomach acids. It's over after. Like, nigga, shut your ass.
You aren't even making sense. That's like the people that think like, oh, ginger is gonna cure like cancer. When I hear shit like that, I automatically just like want to punch somebody.
Like, because it's ginger and turmeric and all that stuff. Yes, that might help with inflammation, but that don't cure.
It's supplemental health. It's not primary health care. It's not.
You niggas don't even have primary care physicians. Okay, so why would I listen to anything you say?
Thank you. That part. Number one.
Stresses me the hell out. I'll tell you. And every time I start talking about this, I'm like, I can't wait to stop talking about this shit. But it's still every day. I'm like, people just continue to astound me, and I just don't understand.
Sometimes you gotta take a minute and talk about it though when you be around people that have the same mindset than you, because if you like think like us and you're not around people that have that same thought process, you'll be thinking like, is it just me?
Yeah, it's very affirming because I feel like I'm fucking losing my mind.
Same.
So
yeah. I'm like, is it me? Maybe it's me.
And then you be seeing shit that happen like, nah, that ain't me.
Yeah.
Ain't me.
Who's that boy you posted on your story? Kyle from the Shade Room or Baller Alert, whatever. He was like, he made a very valid point, and like, you think that the people that are being safe and like doing everything they're being told to do don't want this to be over? You think we want this to be?
I want to go dance.
Okay.
I want to sit at somebody's bar.
You think I wanted to eat outside instead of, at a restaurant in a normal setting? No. Exhaust all in the streets, The air quality here is terrible. You think I don't want a normal motherfucking restaurant experience?
How are you? Like with California on fire?
It's just very symbolic, Taaj, honestly. What can you do? The one by me is out, but it's just telling of a bigger story.
That's insane.
Yeah, bro. But anyways, So I'm gonna do like a little intro, whatnot. We're already recording, but welcome back. It's another episode of Who Asked You. We're doing another installment of our true crime bullshit with Morgan and motherfucking Taaj. Okay, Taaj is a real nigga, so she wanted to be on. We wanted to have her on. Okay, we love her humor, her intellect, her beauty. So of course we had to have her on here. Okay, she's one of the very few people that we tolerate from Shaker.
Yep.
Oh, did we go there?
We did. I mean, what?
Girl,
You're gonna be my ass. I mean, I'm not in Ohio anymore. And I'm not coming back this year because of you niggas. So
don't. Yeah, don't.
Okay, Morgan. Okay. Oh, okay. And Pepper, Queen Pepper is here as well.
Yes,
Queen Pepper might pop.
So this week I really wanted to talk about a woman that I don't know. I wanted to find a woman serial killer. I hope this doesn't make me sound crazy, but I'm interested in serial killers and I was tired of talking about men. So I couldn't find one, but I did find this white woman.
Okay, before you even go further, it's like I would have liked well, just like how you say, like it might sound a little weird, but like, you know, some woman serial killer, you like, you fucked up, but I'm like, I enjoyed listening to your story. This girl.
Yeah.
I wish I could undo. I mean, we needed something to talk about, but I was like, why did I pick this heifer? Like, why? She was like the worst woman to. Not that I was gonna praise a different woman or something like that. That wasn't her. I mean, you still killed.
But you might be like, she a bad bitch. She did some badass shit.
No, this bitch was just terrible.
This girl just.
She was a meth head. I know a meth head when I see one.
Thank you.
We'll get into it. So this movie or this documentary, it's called Without Charity, and it was on Amazon Prime. It's free if you have the Amazon Prime subscription. And it came out in 2013.
Yeah.
Based off of situation going on in the early 2000s. So, okay, this is in Indiana. Now, we grew up in the Midwest, so the shenanigans
are the same type of folk that's around these parts.
The shenanigans are not lost on us. So we have this chick, first they just are showing like the outside of this building where the crimes took place. And upon entering the premises, they find that 3 men have been killed execution style, right off rip. I said, okay, coming in hot. And 2 of them are like their fathers, their grandfathers. One of them is a newly engaged, has a baby on the way. So it's like, God damn. Not that anyone's life should be taken, but it's just, when they tell you details like that, you're like, oh shit. So there's that. And then they start to show the suspects. And this is when I was like, oh, I see.
We see where this is going.
When it first started, I was like, please don't let it be niggas. Please, no niggas, and then niggas. And damn.
God, what's so, like, it's what's messed up is Morgan and I, when we first started this, we were talking about how we're trying to avoid that. Like, Black people and children. Like, it's all horrible. We don't condone murder or violence. But it's like we tried to avoid it, and that's how I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, anyway, so they show us the suspects, 4 of which are Black men, and they're like early 20s or ranging from like early 20s to mid 20s. And then this heifer, Charity Payne, a white woman. She's freshly 18. Yeah. So of course you're just like, okay. Now me, I'm like, she did it. She did that shit.
We'll talk later, but go ahead.
But what I didn't
So many
layers. But what I didn't know is they were going to spend this whole damn documentary trying to convince me that she could not have ever. And I was like, she's white.
Of course, she's so nice. She would trust anybody.
Oh my God.
Girl, bye.
So yeah. All right, if y'all pull on the street, y'all talking to the nigga that's just chilling on the corner. If you turn down the street, you talking to him.
I don't do meth, honey.
Okay.
So you telling me a young white girl gonna stop and talk to the nigga just chilling on the side of the street?
Girl. Meth.
They tried really hard, but I was not buying it. I was like, okay, girl, yeah, you're innocent, sure.
Right, girl.
Cool. So what happened with their this is like throughout the trial. Apparently there are like seven different occasions. Or no, how long did the trial went on for, hold on.
Oh, it was a couple years.
Yeah.
Years.
Oh yeah, 7 years. I was gonna say 7 different it went on for a while. So during the span of this investigation / trial, they deduced that there was planned home invasion, but these 3 men were repairmen in the
3 men killed. Gotcha.
Yeah. They were in the house at the time, so they're kind of just like wrong place, wrong time. And so they were killed. And the ringleader, even though it's like she's, I guess, the ringleader, but the main one of the other suspects was this guy, Philip Stroud, black man. They made it, he got it the worst. He definitely, the way they described, like, as far as like how this went down, he was the person that was like
he was making decisions.
Yeah.
Calling the shots.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. Yeah. So, and then there was another, so apparently he decided to kill them. And then there was another man, his last name was Seabrooks. I can't remember his first name. Seabrooks, he allegedly tied. Philip was the ringleader we just talked about.
Yeah.
The other one, I'm just trying to see if I put his name down. I don't think I did.
I hate to say it, but it don't even really matter that much. They always doing stupid shit.
It don't.
Oh, his name is Kourtney Seabrooks. He bound the men, like tied them up. And then, so they, after they did that, robbed them, burglarized the home, and they killed them, and they was out. Yeah. So
pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick and dirty.
It began like that. Like these niggas got tied up, and I'm like, damn.
Oh, like right, like the last dude wasn't tied up before they started letting off shots. Like,
before they finished, they just started to yeah. So then they go on. I was about to say eulogizing. That's not the word, but like singing this little girl's praises. Not little girl. She's a woman. They talked about her like she was not. She was an adult.
Exactly, a grown ass woman.
Right. Because at first I was like, is she in high school or something? Like I'm confused. No. I was like, no, she's past that point in life.
You know how they do white women?
We do all too well. So, let me get my laptop charger. Hold on. Oh Lord,
I'd say that's a disaster waiting to happen.
No, but yeah, they literally like. I'm like, wait, is she a kid? I had to rewind it.
I'm her soccer photos and.
But y'all try anytime a black woman get killed. Or a black little girl, she was doing some grown woman stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Or even like a little boy that's legit 12. Like that nigga was playing with a toy.
He looked like a grown man. She looks like a grown meth head.
Okay, that's something me and Kourtney talked, because I told her when I was starting to watch it, I was like, they ain't mentioned drugs really for her at all throughout the film. And I'm like, she is on something.
When they
if
did,
she ain't on something, she been on something so hard that it affected her face for life.
When they did bring it up though, they were like, no, I doubt that she anyway. Okay, girl.
Like you can look at that girl and tell she a drug addict. We live in the
real Slavic.
We live in the Midwest. You know what white drug addicts look like.
She looked like she should be on Fleet. She looked real Slavic villages.
Very east. Yeah. Yep.
Sorry.
No, we know.
I mean,
okay.
It's real.
It's true. It's sad, but true. So they end up talking about this girl. They have some of her childhood friends, some relatives, people that know her, and it's honestly like if I were being interviewed about somebody that was involved in some shit, like just out of irony and like repetitiveness, you would not catch me being like, never heard a fly. Like everybody says that and they end up doing some fucked up shit. So
because it's somebody we went to high school with that did some real fucked up shit. And
a couple of them.
A few.
And when I say hang the nigga from the highest tree, sorry, he got to go.
Some of the people that we don't mess with still follow them. I see that.
You touching on kids?
You trafficking kids?
And you want me to say free you?
Like what y'all talking about?
Couldn't be me.
Oh, and then it gives me more of a second look at the people that's talking about free him, or like, no support.
No.
Oh, cool. I don't even need to know.
What is the truth?
You accused of it.
Anyway, back to the little white girl, because we'll talk about that off camera.
A little bit specific. So yeah, they're talking about her, and they start describing that she was supposed to be at a job interview or job fair or something like that. This heifer, wait, hold on. I skipped a little bit too far ahead, I think. Hold on. No, I think I'm right.
The other stuff really wasn't important. She was borrowing her friend's car.
But I'm about to say, yeah, she was where she wasn't supposed. She was being fast. Let's apply the word to white woman.
Little fast ass girl.
Because we know it gets applied to Black children. So let's just say this woman was being fast. And she took her friend's car. Oh, first of all, there was one girl that did drag her. They were one? The one girl that was talking about, she didn't drag her, but she just, I guess,
bigger one.
Her really, apart from everybody else, really showed what type of bitch this girl was. She was just like, oh yeah, loves attention from men, would leave me for a man.
Yes, yeah, she if a man said, hey, she was out of here.
That's not what a friend
That was supposed to be her friend. I wouldn't kick it with a bitch like that, but okay. Anyway.
No.
So she took the girl's car, and they ended up at the mall. Is that where allegedly they were at the mall, and they met these.
But that was before she took her car. Like, they was together at the mall, and then she gave some dudes her phone number.
Yeah, just random people. And then she invited.
Why would you give them my phone number?
Yeah, she gave her friend's phone number. Then she invited the dudes to her friend's car, which, bitch, I would have to, like, how dare you?
No, you don't do that. But you know what? It's bitches that really do that too. This not your car. This not your stuff, baby girl.
So
I don't need them seeing my car on the street the other day and think they know when they can walk up. No.
And not only that, you do some stupid shit. You don't have a car to drive. They're gonna shoot my shit up.
Wait, all valid points. This girl neglected to understand that all these things are possible. And so they got in the car. And then this is when they were talking about, like, I don't think they were looking for drugs. I think they were looking for motherfucking drugs. But
because here's the thing, right? Just like you were saying earlier, they said she was supposed to be going for a job interview or a job training or whatever, and she just got lost and ended up in a neighborhood where she ran into the same dude.
This
bitch a kawinky dick.
This bitch simple, okay?
Girl, I looked at her teeth. She knows a pipe. She's not foreign to pipes.
They tried to say it was weed. I don't think that weed don't do that.
We don't. I know too many people.
You have a friend in weed. Weed don't ever have you looking crazy, but
baby, that's fentanyl. That's marijuana and fentanyl that you smoking.
So she starts blabbing her mouth. Okay, so at this point, she's brought in her friend's car, and she's going to meet up with these dudes, or one dude in particular. And then
he takes her to a house with other people.
Yeah, it was the head dude she was beating up with, right? The Philip guy, right?
Then and then she links up with others. I think one was his cut. I don't remember. But they ended up being involved later on. And she's blabbing her mouth about this family and their financial status and when their house is vacant and like, what?
How to get past the security alarm.
Yeah, like, girl, their number, she gave their number. This bitch giving out to me. Now, look, let me say this. In real life, I don't do crime. I don't hang around people that do crime, commit crimes. But still, do not give out my number.
You don't do that. I
don't have anything to hide. I don't have no shady reason except I didn't give it out. I don't want nobody to have it. It's my number. I pay the goddamn bill. I don't want everybody to just be calling me. Even if I talk to niggas, I'll give you my Instagram before I give you my number, baby. Like, no. So
it's just certain things
somebody's number.
Yeah, that's like exposing. Like, I know even when I meet guys or whatever, met them because I don't go anywhere anymore. But when I met guys, they'd be like, "Oh, where you work?" I don't feel comfortable disclosing that information.
It's personal information.
Like, well, you got to be careful. You don't be giving people number and location.
You don't need to be able to find a way to find me without me knowing you looking for me.
That's it.
Cause I can look up niggas with very minimal information. So for you to have my phone number, my place of
you could do a lot.
You could rob me. I could be a lick. No.
Yeah. No, ma'am.
So this bitch running her mouth about this house. Okay, so did you guys get where this family or this house, like how it came into play? Like, did she know these people? Like,
it was her ex-boyfriend's house.
That's what, yeah.
Oh,
it was her ex-boyfriend's house, and so that's how she knew how to bypass the security alarm, because that's how he would either sneak her in or he would sneak out to go see her.
I completely missed that because I was like, how did she know all this? Wow.
And she tried to play like there was some other connection. So you were saying Philip's cousin. She was trying to say, yeah, me and Philip, we met each other on the street and we realized his cousin knows my ex and blah, blah.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, girl, okay. Who you trying to fool?
Who
you fooling?
Well, how your ex name and how his cousin name come up in the conversation if you ain't know him and you just met him on the street?
Lying ass.
I'm like, this don't make no sense.
The time span in which this occurred is very, very quick. Like, she met them, the next day the crime occurred.
Yep.
So you want me to believe she's innocent? Save it.
Right. And then the same thing, one of the other dudes that was in it, not Philip, but one of the other dudes in one of the interviews was like, oh yeah, she came in the house. Her and Philip was in the bathroom together for however long. Next thing we know, it's a plan. Oh, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, girl.
And I just, nothing about, to me, I feel like it was the white woman was white on an ultimate level of like white woman, because I'm like, how do you leave this feeling sorry for this little girl? I mean, this woman, excuse me. How do you, like, I don't know what the documentary was trying. I think they did a good job of showing both sides. Like, the family was like, fuck that bitch. And then her family and friends was like, no, she didn't know. You knew, girl. You knew. And when you hang out with the niggas, this is just from a retired person who you got to know to expect. Like, shit is bound to happen, girl. And you can go down for that shit.
Especially,
right. I'm sorry. It's your fault if you don't realize that if you is caught up in a scheme that ended in somebody's death, you also liable. That's your fault. You ain't know that shit. You can know that shit by watching TV. It's a lot of cop shows.
And then you telling these men from a certain area of a certain background where it's no, like prospects of work for them like that. It's hard to find. You telling them where the money at, how to get the money.
You driving them past the house beforehand, because we forgot to mention that her and Philip was in the car and they drove past the house like, oh yeah, this is the place.
Oh yeah, they scoped it out. Yeah.
What did you think they were gonna do? Ride by and say hello?
That's what I'm saying.
So then we jump ahead a little bit, and she's from her account is, I feel very responsible. I feel like I had something to do with it. Had something to do with it. You did everything but just kill them. What? You did it, man. The whole thing. So also, okay, so just a little bit of like microaggressive, Midwestern. Love that. Little tease. Okay, so they mentioned, they didn't mention that the guys are from like, because they have people from the interviews on the news like, this type of stuff never happens here. It shouldn't happen here. Like, they were talking about like, these dudes aren't even from here. They're from like Detroit or something like that. And this don't ever happen. We don't have that kind of shenanigans taking place in this, what's place called? Bremen, Indiana. Okay. First of all,
I know it's Joseph County.
Indiana. Okay. Gary, Indiana. Indianapolis.
Michael Jackson.
You want me to tell you ain't never, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess they just meant this doesn't happen to white people.
Say that.
And then they tried to mention, like, what did they say about the cornrows, Morgan?
Oh, this was a little later. You caught that too, Tyler. I just saw your face.
She was like,
this is
go ahead.
No. Yeah, we skipping ahead a little, but this shit was funny.
What?
And so
running out of time.
Yeah, but it said we're good. It says unlimited. So this girl, this is once the trial happening, and she been in, I guess it's actual jail because she ain't a child, so it's not juvie. So she coming into for the first court session, and they say she come in there with some cornrows, and her lawyer all mad like, this is not the look we're going for. Which, hey, that's her lawyer's job.
She's white. She already beat the case. Okay, sorry.
But I'm saying, But okay, so all that. But one of the victims' family members was like, yeah, she came in with cornrows, and then the next time they had her looking all young and curls and like a nice young lady. No, that's who she is the first time, the cornrows. I'm like, I'm sorry, is cornrows supposed to mean you a thief?
A thug.
So cornrows equates to you do crime.
Yes.
But yes. I know where we are now.
Big nagger activities.
I was like, they literally just braids.
Put 10 on 20. They're just like, there's too much black shit happening in this normally white situation. Like,
oh my gosh, she has cornrows. She's a killer.
And not corn rolls. Like, okay, yeah. Barbara. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, otherwise, aside from it, they looked a mess too. Let me just say
they were terrible.
No.
I want to know whose legs she set. Whose legs did she sit in to get that?
You know, one time, these girls, I was at the laundromat a couple weeks ago, and I had my hair, well, it was a while ago because I had my hair braided. This girl's like, who braids your hair? First of all, she was a little too close. It is a pandemic outside there. And she asked me to braid her hair, and she was with a black girl, and the girl had like loose, I don't know, maybe she was, whatever. I would have done the black girl's hair, but this girl's not black. And I was just like, why would I? So just what if more people just thought that before doing this to these women? Because you're an accomplice. But anyway, I digress. So they get to the trial. They introduce, all throughout this too. I mean, it's not irrelevant, but it's just, obligatory. They have testimonies from the family and like what their, how they were impactful in their lives and how like one of them didn't get to meet their premature born grandchildren. It was really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like apart from like, it's murder just on the surface, on paper, it looks horrible, but like, damn, like hearing their family talk on their son.
On the family long lasting.
Yeah, one of them had a strained relationship with his son, and the son didn't see him for a while. Last time he spoke, they weren't on good terms or something like that. And I was like, oof.
Shit was sad.
It was really messed up. So they, at some point, they're in the trial now, like we discussed their braids and everything like that. They bring up the family not wanting to, or they wanting to a heads up basically before they're showing like murder scene photos and stuff like that so they can brace themselves. And one of them was talking about how they just looked at her when they showed it and how she had no emotion on her face, like somebody that has no remorse. And then I thought it was not interesting, but just the nerve of them like pulling back to her like, why didn't you have emotion? She's like, well, I didn't want to like put on a show. Like, what can you really do? So I was like, you could have though. You were responsible for 3 people being murdered.
I didn't want to do too much.
Right, you might show my guilt. But here's the thing, I don't have to kill people for me to feel some type of way about people being killed and seeing pictures of it. I ain't have to be involved for me to be like
the psychopath.
Also, this is something worth saying. Just to clarify, she was not there when this happened.
She wasn't.
No, not in the house.
But she set the lick up, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and then they keep going back to, like I said, that one girl. She was like telling a little bit more than everybody else, like low key.
She was
like, this is the type of bitch she is. She tried to set up robbing her own job. She worked at a restaurant. They tried to set up getting them robbed. Like this was trash. I'm sorry.
And I don't remember who said it. I think it's one of the other guys, not Philip. But one of them was talking about, even before it happened, Philip was like, we gonna rob this place. And I got a gun. If somebody there, we killing them. And she was right there for that conversation. So you knew what was happening. You knew what was going to go down. That shit happened.
She knew.
Mm-hmm. You knew he was going to kill people if it happened to be people there.
And you was down. You didn't care.
She was complicit.
She wanted her cut.
She did. Yeah. They didn't make that. Yeah. It's abundantly clear for anybody who has brain cells, if you ask me. And I don't have a lot, but I still put 2 and 2 together, okay?
Right.
So they started referring to her as the ringleader. And then she, at some point, was like, I brought up that she wasn't there because she then tried to be like, if I was there, that would have never happened.
No, they just would have robbed it and let people see him.
Girl. So she's found guilty. She's found guilty. And I was like, good. And then I was also like, what is the point of this documentary? What's the point of this documentary then if she already, well,
right. Then you learn.
Shit ain't sweet. So she's found guilty. They then run through the charges that everybody involved. So Tyrone Wade, who was one of the people involved, he was sentenced to, wait, no, do I have this backwards? Was it Philip Stroud that was sentenced the most? Well, he was sentenced.
Yes, because he was sentenced to death.
Yeah, life to death. Yeah.
So I have
to death, but then the death penalty changed, so he was sentenced to life from there.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So one of them, I think I have it down as Tyrone Wade. Correct me if I'm wrong. Had sentenced to 275.
Yeah.
Which is life, nigga. Like, it's life. I think that's so funny when they put the number on it, because it's like no one is gonna live that long, but I guess it just proves how severe it is. Carell Seabrooks was sentenced 180 years for his involvement. Ronald Carter was sentenced to I say only, but it's still a long time, 45 years.
But he turned evidence, why.
Yeah, so he got his light.
Yeah.
Which, you know what?
Me? I'm singing like a fucking canary. It was him, Your Honor.
You got 100, you got 40, you got a chance to get out.
I'm gonna ride or die. I don't hang around criminals. So nope, I'm sorry. I'm never gonna say that I'm that type of bitch, because I'm gonna cry.
I'm telling.
I'm gonna cry first of all. And then I'm pointing fingers.
He had on red. Me like that. Oh, would you do that for me if no?
No, I'm not going to jail, baby.
Oh my God.
You got something? Oh, you do you.
There was a prank a few years ago going around, like this chain was text your friend, like, where do I hide the body or whatever. Do you know how many times I ignored those texts? Even if you playing, bitch.
Because baby, they won't pull it up on me. No. So, I'm going to Kamala Harris. I'm turning you in. The feds. Lock them up.
So yeah, Philip Stroud, he was sentenced to death by lethal injection. And then he was, like Morgan said, later resentenced to life without parole. So did it help? I mean, I guess they're not gonna kill him. He's still gonna die in jail. But
you die on your own.
I guess if you're not like super miserable in prison, it's okay. But if you're miserable in prison, I'm like, damn, just give me that.
Baby, I'm not doing life. I'm not doing it.
No.
We already know I don't want to make it too dark.
I don't want to suffer, honey. I don't. It takes very little to inconvenience me to where I will have a full-on meltdown. So
baby, one day in the slammer.
I'm telling her everybody. So I would like to be out. And then she was sentenced to 165 years.
And everybody's like, yeah. Yes. Everybody but her people.
I was shocked, but then I was like, I kind of like ruin things for myself. I don't know why I do this, but it's like, wow, justice. And then I look at the timestamp and I'm like,
nope,
it's too early.
There's another half an hour left in this bitch. Something gonna go down.
Something else is going on.
Yeah.
So those were their sentences. And so then at this point, we flip it to the main guy, Philip Stroud, where he gives his side of the story. So, and this dude, like, he found Jesus in jail, or he knew him before. He was just something about him. I mean, he was responsible for 3 murders, but something about him, he was just like.
I was glad that he took responsibility. He was like, I did it. I fucked up. That's on me.
Real nigga.
But the way he tried to let this little white girl go, oh, it wasn't her fault. She's the victim.
Let me tell you something. Even if it was true, I'm in here because of you, bitch. I'm lying. I'm about to be like, that bitch told me where how to kill him. I'm lying. I'm throwing something in there. It's your fault, girl. No.
I felt like it's something else involved in here where somebody was like, hey, if you just say she ain't really involved in all that shit, we got you for this or something like that.
Like, what does she have on you?
Why you on her dick like that? You don't even know. He said that. I don't even know her that deep.
He's like, it was wrong place, wrong time. No, Your Honor. It was that bitch. No.
Right, you can say what her hair looks like for yourself and your actions without trying to push her off like she ain't do shit, because she did.
She did it.
He really had me until he did that shit. And I was like, what does she have against him? You're already in life. You're in prison for life. Why defend this shit?
Why defend her? Or I would just be like, I ain't got nothing to say about that bitch. And that's just that.
Me and her,
I don't know her like that.
We don't bang. That's it. Next question.
Right. But I'm not about to be like, she was a sweet little girl and I didn't. No, fuck her.
So basically, he said that he met her, and I believe him though. He met her in his neighborhood where he was, and he was like, honestly, if you're not from here, he was like, if you're from around here, you don't. I mean, if you're not from around here, you don't come around here. So everybody that comes in, like, we make a note, and like Taaj was saying earlier, like, you know, being a product of your environment, like, you do what you got to do. So like, there's crime involved, like. And if you are a lick and it's any way for me to make a better situation for my family, risk I'm willing to take. Unfortunately, it resulted in 3 people dying and you being locked up for the rest of your life. But he was very real on that. So apparently they linked up with her, they smoked, and then they went to the house.
And you think that's all they did?
She was fucking her.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Why y'all in the bathroom together? What y'all, if they gonna be a part of it too, why can't y'all be talking about it in the public? What y'all doing in the bathroom together?
Being fast.
That was that transaction for drugs. That's
because she ain't had no job. How was she buying the drugs?
Right. She was going to a job interview. She missed the job interview.
Which, I'm sorry, the only person who missing job interviews like that is somebody who ain't got their shit together, possibly on drugs.
Looking real meth-headish to me.
It's adding up. So,
the math is
and then he was really just like, we corrupted her. Like, she really didn't seem, she seemed innocent, naive. We really just set her up. No, baby, she had one over on all y'all, but okay.
It seemed the other way around, sir. You're in jail for life.
And honestly, this is just like, love to my Black people, love to my Black men. But it's just so telling of like a larger scale of what especially, I'm sorry, it's true. Black men are willing to do to like, I don't know, uphold white women on a pedestal, whether it's for approval or I don't know what they have over on them. I don't know if they just want acceptance so they can like they can have some power. But in many occasions, whether it's like all these niggas coming out to support Trump, just defending white people, fucking Terry Crews, Daniel Caesar. Like, what is it? What do they have on you that you would just completely extract your brain from your head and just abandon it?
And also at the, I can't think of the word I want to use, but not only defending, like rioting for them so hard, but at our expense.
And
throwing us in the trash for them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I had to stop talking to a nigga. I had to stop talking to a nigga just like maybe 2 weeks ago, because he tried to tell me that, you know, we were talking about like, you know, Black shit, whatever. And he tried to tell me that Black women aren't oppressed because we're women and we can get with a man to finance our life. Nigga, what? We are the most oppressed, nigga. No, queer Black people are. Okay? But women, fuck us.
I'm sorry, nigga, where are these men with money that just want a Black woman to ride with them? Because where they at? Because I don't see them.
And money does give you some privilege, but I'm still Black. I'm still a woman. We just, this nigga in office just elected a bitch that's gonna take away reproductive rights. If I want to get an abortion, nigga, that's chalked. They don't give a fuck about women.
Just say you hate Black women and go.
Cause then I don't fuck with you, but I know where your mind is at.
We don't need your bullshit excuses because it doesn't make sense. Just say, listen, I hate my mama because she had to be at work a lot and you know she missed out on me. So I'm gonna take that shit out on y'all Black bitches. That's all I need.
It ain't right.
It's not right.
At least there's some logic to how you got to that point.
But just keep straight up with it. Don't try and
don't look me in my face as a Black person and as a woman who is Black. So that is what a double minority, bitch. Don't lie to me.
Wow.
But then be on social media like Black Lives Matter. I love my Black queens.
But only my Black life. Fuck everybody else that does not look like me.
Fuck my straight Black life. And then you have Black women at the end of the day who put their lives on the line, who are on the front lines for these people, for these niggas. And then when we look up your tweets, you say, I hate Black bitches. Dark-skinned women is roaches.
Megan lying. Oh, it was so many of them. It was so many of them.
Bro, Tori, this album fire. I don't care what them bitches said. So just say fuck us and move on. This nigga really had.
And guess what? It's mutual. It's mutual. I don't care about you niggas.
So it's just like a certain type of man to uphold white pussy to the point where you're in jail for the rest of your life. It's really telling. That's all I was trying to say. It is. Anyway, so this bitch, they tried to make it seem like they corrupted her. She was at the wrong place, wrong time, blah, 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 blah. This bitch ends up getting off on technicalities. I knew it was coming, but I was just like.
7 years out of her 160 something.
She did a day. She did a day in prison and got off.
This bitch was talking about every 45 days we get to have a picnic, and that's nice because.
First of all, that's a privilege in another time. I'm like, what jail you in that you get to have a picnic with your friends?
Because I ain't none of my niggas had a cookout. I could tell you 50 niggas that's been in jail. I haven't heard of one get together.
Right there.
Nah, you can go to visitation, bitch, but they don't have no cookouts.
We ain't in the grass laying next to each other taking pictures, just enjoying life.
Y'all at summer camp. What jail is this?
Thank you.
This is the Orange is the New Black
just me. I'm like, this don't sound normal.
This is Litchfield. This is Litchfield. This is straight out of what's her name? Gingy Cohen. Orange is the New Black. Bitch.
But you know what? I want to know who's guarding the prisons because I'm on TikTok with the children. They have TikToks in jail, like niggas in prison doing the challenges.
They have a phone.
They have phones. I do that. Yeah.
Like I seen somebody getting Popeyes delivered. I'm like, okay, so where are y'all? Is this a new prison? Girl, but yeah, I just said
I don't want to find out, so that's fine. I will never know. So yeah, she gets off. They fucked up reading her Miranda rights. There are missing testimonies that were not presented to all sides or to the jury. She went in for psychological evaluation. Apparently, not everybody saw the result of that.
Here's the thing: I don't agree that should have been something that was a reason, because if your family takes you for a psychological evaluation, that don't gotta be part of the trial. I don't have to use that shit. That was a personal thing y'all chose to do.
They never
went to the grocery store,
right? And they never read niggas their Miranda rights. Can we get out of jail too?
First of all, we're killed before we even get rights.
That part. Must be nice.
Man.
It's just like the fuckery is in abundance. Like it's hard. It's like sometimes on one hand you are not surprised, but it's just like, damn, it's like a punch in the gut. It's like, really? Wow.
Racism.
That's how life is.
What's it like?
What is it like?
So yeah, she I forgot to mention too that she went to trial and did all her stuff before they did. And one of the family members mentioned that if they had gone before her, maybe things would have gone different. I don't know. So she's out. She's out, and they make a big to-do about the press and everything. And she gets out, no halfway house, no nothing really.
Just went home.
She just went home.
In terms of like being she's still a felon, so that she mentioned like trying to find a job, and it's like
they really tried to make us feel bad for her. Like she has a hard time getting a job.
She has to work at fashion.
Want her to live on their street, bitch. Do you?
She could have had a job if she wasn't trying to rob niggas. She could have had a job.
She could have had a couple of them, bitch. You lost. You didn't go to one.
Like, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people with records that have a hard time getting a job, have a hard time getting a loan, have a hard time getting.
Come on.
You expect me to feel sorry for you?
I don't.
And they did dumb shit, stuff with drugs, or like stupid shit.
You like killed,
resulted in 3 people's deaths.
Yeah.
And you expect me to feel sorry for you?
Matter of fact, if I find out where the bitch worked today, I'm writing a review. I don't care.
Oh, speaking of that, that had me weak. Because they couldn't she didn't really go through like regular stigma just because she's a Crip. They tried to make it seem like just because she's a felon, people are treating her wrong. No, you should be in jail.
You should be in prison.
Maybe they messed up on the people doing their job along the way, but you are still not.
You're not innocent. You're not innocent. You're not some innocent little girl who didn't know anything. Right. Cut it.
So when she did get a job, everybody went on Yelp and they got their white woman on.
She works here and she killed 3 people. I love it.
That was amazing.
I love it.
And then I don't remember how she was related to these people or how they came into play. What was it, a girl that was in jail with her at some point?
No, so
who was that lady? Her daughter.
She was a part of a dog program in the jail, which I've heard about those, which is kind of cool. So like they do training of dogs while they're in jail. And I guess this lady was a volunteer with that program. So she would go in the jails with the dogs. And so they met through that program in the jail. And once she got out of jail, she was like, yeah, you can stay with me. Some white people shit. Cause we could have had good conversation while we worked in this program in the jail. I don't need to see you outside of this.
See you never.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, girl.
So
she liked her. So she let her live in her home with her and her child.
And first of all, this is when you like stay out of grown folks' business. That girl's interjecting too much. She was interjecting too much. Talk about the neighbors hate us, but like you should put your ass down.
Your little ass down.
Yeah. Their neighbors were like talking about like we have a right to know who lives here, and they were just ready to go to war for this white woman again. She's not cute. She's not all.
I'm sorry, that was something I was gonna mention earlier. And
what's the appeal?
It's horrible, but I'm like, why do it be the white women that don't even look like nothing that people get it all up in arms over?
Those be the ones. Those be the ones. It's never Angelina Jolie. No. It's Mary Poppins. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right. It ain't like, okay, I see you wanted that. No, I don't get it. I don't
she has meth mouth, and you going to bat for a bitch with meth mouth and bad brows? No. Have some standards, baby girl.
It's just like, what type of fairy dust did this bitch have over everybody in the society? They were just ready to like throw balls for this woman. I don't get it.
She looked bad too. Like when fuck her. Because I was about to say I don't talk about people, but fuck her. No, she looked really bad. She looked like really bad.
They had her aunt and her mom. She looked young. Well, maybe not her mom, but her aunt. She looked younger than her aunt.
Girl, aging like a pumpkin. Aging like a damn pumpkin. 7 years and we in there, we come out. Yeah, I'm like, bitch, you don't like that.
JT came home. She looked amazing, immaculate.
Amazing.
And she did a bid. Now this bitch,
yeah,
she was in jail for 5 minutes and she looked like a banana.
She looked like a pumpkin with milk in the inside, just curd.
So yeah, it was very weird. Her whole family just did. It was like a complete 180. They're just I guess she'll be happy for your family, but they just wanted to pretty much move on like nothing happened. It's like you didn't get out because you didn't do anything. Got out because somebody got out on technicality. Girl. So, and then I saw at the end they had this message saying that the state of Indiana is seeking to get things like you can get requests for your record to be expunged on like non-violent crimes, even though this literally is a violent crime, I guess, or like conspiracy to commit one. But all right.
In the grand scheme of things, great policy, because like we said before, it's a lot of people that did stupid shit that got a record that's like their life is hard.
Yeah, it's like for employment, like housing. And you can they did say that the victims of the family or the victims can petition the expunging.
That's cool.
And then Morgan looked up and found out that the people that made the doc are one of her friends and her husband, excuse me.
So one of the girls that was interviewed, her husband was the one that made the doc.
Wow.
I was like,
I think it was the bigger girl that was like, yeah, we were best friends from like childhood. And her husband.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like you said, I think it was still very like even kilter. Like it wasn't biased or anything. I mean, the people that they interviewed clearly were on crack, but they still told the story in a very balanced way. So no offense, people who do drugs, but I mean, they just weren't all there. It's just true.
They weren't. I'm like, look at the teeth. What is the dental? Where's the dental insurance in bumfuck Indiana?
They ain't got that stuff.
Ain't Ain't none. You would think it was like, never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but you would think, never mind. Nope, not today, Satan. I mean,
Some of them teeth was like Hennessy with water in it. Like it was real, like real brown and yellow.
So this is Charity. I was really disappointed that I chose this bitch. Like,
it was one of the things like, damn, if we weren't doing it for this, I would have cut that bitch off after like 5 to 10 minutes. Like I'm done.
I would have ejected this bitch from my memory, but
she's trash.
Oh my God. Like,
so yeah, and the fact that she just living life.
Just living at Fashion Bug. Do they still have Fashion Bugs? Working at Fashion Bug.
That was a fucking throwback.
It was. I got my 8th grade choir. Oh God, because from Fashion Bug. My mama just anyway, but yeah, fuck Charity.
And like to this day, she still be making excuses like, what does an apology do? Apology is not gonna make them feel better. Like talking about the victims' families and talking about like maybe if I could apologize to the person and they got to know me, they would feel, bitch, they don't want to know you.
What was the thing? She tried to be, I don't know if she was trying to be relatable or like trying to like get us to level with her about like, why would I do this? It'll make me look like this. And I just, on one level, I respect that. But on the other level, like, fuck you, girl. Like, girl, you ain't got shit coming. You ain't got shit coming.
Sorry, the I live in the ghetto. The sirens, they coming to get Charity.
Okay, my eyes. I'm sitting right in front of a window. I saw somebody walk past. Like, what's going on?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she really tried to be like, if only they could get to know me and like beyond my crimes. So no. You admit it. You're a criminal.
So you admit you're guilty.
Lock this bitch up.
Lock her up, Your Honor, and throw away the key.
Oh my God. So that's this heifer. I mean, I just have nothing nice or kind to say about this woman. She's trash. I mean, the people involved that were complicit, I mean, obviously they were,
But they're getting punished. They're serving their time.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if he knew that she got off before he started saying all those nice things about her. Because first of all.
Yeah, she was out.
Oh, so he knew. Okay.
Yeah. It's that white.
Oh, yeah, because he was happy for her. He did.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, white coochie, honey. Listen, if I'm in jail for the rest of my life, I'm sorry. Even if I found God, I would still be a little bit haterish. Like, no, nigga, you told me where to go. I'm sorry.
Just disgusting. So continue to be trash. I mean, what can you say? I love watching stuff like this, though. I'm a sicko. What can I say?
It was one of those. It was like I did not feel satisfied after the fact. I'm like, I need something to make me laugh because this bitch got me mad.
You got me
so mad because you need to be in the bottom of the jail, ma'am. And I was glad that her, like the people, the victims' families were like, they didn't do that white woman shit with her. They were like, no, like she knew what she was doing. That was surprising to me because one thing about whiteness, like no matter what, them niggas would be like, it was the niggers. I know they put her up to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, no, she did it.
Right. They were definitely.
And they could have.
Full time, they were like, oh, no, she need to get the same punishment they did.
They could have, because technically they did kill her. I mean, killed their family members. But they would have no involvement if it weren't for her. And they still, like, what was the point? Like, I guess she's not going to say it because her ass to be locked back up. But it's like, what was the point of all this?
What was it?
Literally like the first 5 minutes of turning this on, I was like, Kourtney, I'm already mad.
Yeah.
She live in bumfuck Indiana, where these white folk is already racist as fuck. Now you pulling these black folk into this little white town, they're gonna be even more racist because it's like, look, it was the niggers that did it.
Right.
But
so yeah, that was our watch for the week.
Depressing as fuck.
Again, if we do this another round, you can choose the next one, girl. I won't say shit. The only one that was like a satisfactory ending was the Murder Next Door, or American Murder Family Next Door. That was the only one that felt clean, complete, not wholesome. That's not the word, but resolved. This was a mess.
That was a hot mess.
Right. I don't know what other. I mean, there are a lot, and I was looking at like actually a lot through Prime because I don't use Prime that often, and there's a lot of shit on there. So I'll look through Prime and like Hulu and see what stuff might be interesting. Something maybe with a little more comedic twist.
Man,
so you can laugh at their crimes. Maybe murder's not involved, but where you can be like, look at this dumb. What is you doing?
I'm irritated because I was telling Morgan too before we picked one. I was like, because she's like, did you pick one? Did you pick one before we watched it? And I was just like, I was like scared that I was gonna be like tipping somebody off with my Google searches. And I was like,
right,
I'm not a criminal, but I just would like to know more.
It is, I can actually send y'all, it's a series though on Netflix. I'm so not good with names. But when I find it, I'm gonna send it to y'all. It's like, I think it's like 6 or 7 episodes. 7 might be pushing it. I don't want to like say everything, but
that's the Piers Morgan show, the one that Piers Morgan is on.
No, but it's like a docu-series of this man who killed this guy that worked at Subway.
I saw that. I saw the preview of it. I didn't see the full thing. And like, oh yeah. So the I don't remember what it's called, but the theme is like, okay, he killed this guy that worked at Subway, but like Netflix has direct interviews with him recently.
Yeah, they follow him because he was getting out of prison after doing like, I think he did like 30 something. Yeah, he did 30 years because when he went to jail, Clinton was the president.
Yeah.
And
so now they got the interviews with him. I saw that.
But it takes it's
twists and turns in that. All right, that might be it, Kourtney.
Let me see. Hold on.
Forgot the name.
If you look up true crime on Netflix, it's one of the first things that's on there.
It's got because it was like one of the trending ones, and I watched it in like August, September.
You said what, Kourtney? No, I don't think it was Trial by Media.
Nah. Now I'm about to.
We all about to be like, one of us gonna find it.
Crime.
It says Subway Vigilante, and then it says Trial by Media.
What they talking about, like a Subway in New York or something?
No, we talking about Eat Fresh.
That's what I.
Yep.
Let me see.
Hold on.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna find it, man. I'm gonna find it.
I watched that preview and I was like, "Ooh, I don't know if I'm ready for this."
Trial by Media is not that. Never mind. This says shoots 4 Black teenagers. I don't want to watch that at all.
Oh no.
Do you know I still haven't watched When They See Us or what?
I won't watch.
I haven't either. Nope.
No.
The last movie that I voluntarily watched or like released that I watched was 13.
What is that one?
That's the one about the 13th Amendment and like the prison industrial complex and how it's modern day slavery and all that.
Okay. Ava, did Ava do that one too?
Yes, she did.
Ava went
I know about it, but I was like, yeah, no.
But that was the last time I willingly watched it because I'm like, I don't know. Morgan and I are watching this series on Amazon Prime that is based in the 70s and it's about like Nazis that made it to America after the Holocaust. It's very heavy. And I'm just like, why do we keep making stuff like this?
It's a Jordan Peele, like he's a producer of it. So, you know, it got its little.
It's very good, but it's just like in the back of my mind, I'm like, why do we keep making stuff like this? What's wrong with us?
That's a lot.
And like you can tell how much true crime is getting like bigger.
It's popular
because everybody is coming up. I was looking through like HBO Max and there's a bunch of stuff like upcoming. Like they have a bunch of upcoming shows on HBO.
The Vow. Have y'all watched The Vow?
You told me about it. I haven't. About NXIVM.
What is that?
It's about.
Have you heard about NXIVM, the cult?
Yeah.
It was a sex cult. Yeah. It's called NXIVM. It had like celebrities in it and shit.
It was like Scientology, but not.
And the dude just got sentenced.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what? I watched shit. It's on Hulu. It's a thing. You would like it. It's about cults.
Oh my God.
I watch a lot of those shows when they be coming on TV.
Yes.
I'm like,
each episode is of a different cult. Fire. Fire.
I don't know what it is about this, but I am like horny for crime.
Not in personal life.
I just don't want to commit it. I don't want to commit it, but I want to know what happened and why.
They had Jehovah's Witnesses on one of the episodes. Like And I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Jehovah's Witness. Like, how can I say this? Because it's so much mystery to them to me. And I've always like I never wanted to like join.
I think I've seen some of that show. So that show I think was originally on A&E. And so they might have it. Yes, and now they might have it on Hulu, but it was an A&E show because it used to come after. It used to come on TV after Leah Remini. You know how she did Scientology.
Yes.
I used to be on that like.
Because my mother loved my mother to death. Oh, Miss Cynthia, but she's a diet hotep, but she also she is. I love my mother to death. If you don't know, I was born and raised in the Nation of Islam, and that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But she was like, at one point she wanted to know more about Scientology. She was like, I heard about this Scientology stuff, and we've always heard about it. So when I found out, I was like, don't ever go to one of their churches. Don't take anything from them.
Oh my God.
My mother is like a seeker. Like, you know, she might not want to learn, but she wants to learn. I'm like, they're gonna kill you. I swear to God, stay away from them. Oh yes. God. Yeah.
And it's how can I say this? I grew up Christian, and I don't know if I identify myself as Christian. Like, I still believe in God and everything, but there's a lot to be said. Like, religion is cultish.
Yes.
So I'm not surprised to hear that Jehovah's Witnesses are on there. It's no disrespect to anybody's beliefs. Obviously, like, well, to a certain degree, not you're branding people. This movie, they are branding people. The Vow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it turned out it was his initials, and they never knew.
Oh my God. So yeah, to a certain degree, it's like, believe what you want to believe as long as no one's getting hurt. It's consensual, all that, which you shouldn't have to describe a religion like that, but okay. But
on the Jehovah's Witness one, I didn't know that they are. A lot of people think like that Islam is a really big religion that's in the prisons. You know, people convert to Islam, but a lot of people also convert to being a witness, and more so a lot of child molesters and pedophiles, because listen to this. They believe that basically when they get out, they can join the Jehovah's Witness church and be like forgiven of everything and become like a leader in the Jehovah's Witness church. And so it's a lot of like child molestation and shit going. It was crazy. It was wild.
Woo.
It was wild. Hey, I'm trying to find this Netflix.
Do you want to do a call next?
We can.
Cause oh my God, Scientology. When I first moved out here, I used to live by the Church of Scientology. I had no, don't get it confused. I had nothing to do with it. I had no interest. I already knew it was up.
Geographic location.
The way that it's like lit up, I was like,
is it big?
They watch it.
There are more than one. I lived in it's in Hollywood. It's an area called Little Armenia.
Okay.
It's huge. It says Church of Scientology in like the grocery store, like lights. Like, it's huge. I'm gonna find a picture.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just like, this is so scary.
See, I'm so nosy. Like, I don't even want to like join, but I just want to go.
I want to know what y'all doing. Why?
Like, what is y'all doing in here?
The thing is, the most like troublesome thing about it is it's not even just like you can try it, and it's like they will die for you if you try to get out.
Yeah,
they'll hunt you down.
They will talk to your family members that leave.
Yeah, like they isolate you. All oh my God, people.
They make up lies.
People who didn't
it's crazy.
People didn't know that their family members died until they got out. Oh hell no!
Isn't that crazy? I'm still looking for this thing.
Oh, okay, I found it. I Am a Killer.
Is that it? What did it? What was?
I've seen that title. I haven't watched it though.
What did they say on the thing? Like, what is the description?
Hold on, let me go. Because I did through the Googles.
Okay.
Now I'm about to go to the description on Netflix.
Because that's really gonna bug me.
I see. That's why it was.
I feel like they're gonna send me a pamphlet.
No, maybe not. Because I Am a Killer it's similar to I Am a Killer, but I Am a Killer is a different one each episode about killers that are in jail. That's not it though.
I'm gonna find it.
No, it's I Am a Killer Released, because this is like a
follow
up. Okay. I think.
And it's like 6 or 7. It's like not a lot of episodes.
It's one season and it's not a lot of episodes at all. It's only 3 episodes.
Okay.
Each is like 37 minutes.
Okay.
You have to have watched the previous series before that though to know what's going on.
No, because this one's about this one guy, and it says, so in this docuseries spinoff, a convict is paroled 30 years after being sentenced to death for murder, and then he makes a stunning confession.
You have.
Now I'm about to be watching that shit today. I'll be watching that while I'm handing kids candy. Well, I'm not handing kids candy, but my door gonna be open, and I already told Kourtney this. I'm watching them because kids is little brats. So if you just sit it on the stool, they're gonna be. No, I'm watching you take because I'm giving chips too. So I'm like, take one bag of chips and take some candy. Don't be.
My grandpa used to give away chips every year.
I used to be happy when I would get chips and shit. Like, oh shit, some Cheetos.
And I used to think that was so ghetto. I'm like, we ain't giving candy. We giving out.
It's a little bit of flavor, breaking it up, a little bit of uniqueness. This is what the church is like.
God,
that's nice though.
That's a theater.
It looks like that's what they get you. Ooh, pretty lights. And then,
look at niggas. Oh my God, it looked nice in there.
But that's the closest I'll get is watching the people that got out because I don't want them to know nothing about. Because there's a podcast I listen to. Have you heard of The Friend Zone? You know The Friend Zone.
Yeah.
Okay, Fran, one of the hosts on The Friend Zone, used to be in it. And when she left, she moved, changed numbers, everything. They still find her.
Yep.
They found out where her mom lived. And they had people come to the hood. She from the hoods in Harlem. They came to like the P's to find her mom.
Yeah.
No, baby. No.
Yeah.
At that point, you care too much. I don't need to be dealing with you. Y'all care too much.
At that point,
too much me and you.
We got to fight or like, because what you want, baby? What do you want? I said I don't want to be a part of it. Now I got to whoop your ass to show you that. I mean, business. What do you want?
Yeah, I feel like cult is the next direction for sure.
We can do one of those.
Cult, or I'm interested in the what you were talking about too. The guy.
I'm still gonna watch it, so we'll still both watch that one, but we'll also find something about a cult to watch.
Yeah. Taaj, you are an amazing person to have on here.
Oh, thank you.
Morgan, you're an amazing person to have on here as well.
Girl.
And everybody out 3. Taaj, get your ass on YouTube. 1, 2, 3. Taaj, get your ass on YouTube.
No.
Because you funny as hell, bitch. Period.
Oh, God, please.
I want to tell people to follow you online for when you do make your YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, at Taaj Crown. That's TAAJCROWN.
Period. Double H. Come on.
And Taaj means crown.
Come on. Royalty. You see him? And Morgan, would you like to? Morgan did post that we had an episode this week.
I saw that.
She did.
Hey, that's growth.
It's almost like she's here with me talking. Bitch.
Girl, you know I don't be on that shit like that. I'm trying to get myself to the point where I'm like, all right, let's test it out. Like even like something basic like a week. Like, let me try using this shit the way some people use it. Yeah. Like on that level and see how I feel about it or whatever and just see the differences. I'm having a hard time getting there, but it's gonna happen.
I was about to say, social media, I wouldn't encourage people to use it more. I feel like it is definitely destroying my brain. But you want people to listen. So,
and like you would have to do more to get more followers and all that shit. And I'm like,
not that it's about that, but otherwise we're just having a phone conversation in public. We could just do that, not public.
I be feeling like I'm the only person that doesn't want to be known. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make beautiful things, and I want like the people that I care about to care about it.
But I don't need you to know me.
I don't. You know, people want like 1 million followers. Like, I swear to God, if I produce something or if I put something out in the shade room, it's like, can I post this? I'm gonna be like, no.
I feel you.
I just don't want people to see me like that. Like,
and then you got randoms following you that you ain't never heard of,
and then people with that slick mouth, bitch, I'll beat your ass.
I see where you're coming from for sure. I see both, like not wanting to use social media that much, and then not like wanting, because it's not normal anymore. It's not like you can just be recognized. Like, I really like what you put out.
I feel like everybody's like making a job.
Put out. It's like, yeah, they put you, like, blast you onto this like pedestal, and you can do no wrong, even though it's humanly impossible. And it's a lot of pressure for no reason. So I definitely feel you on that. Honestly, I just want to get paid. Period.
That's
nothing
really
wrong
it.
With that. As long as you good with it, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I enjoy people sometimes.
I'm a hermit, so I sit in my house.
I just have a big mouth, and not everybody cares. So that's why I'm just public with it. Somebody gonna care.
That's right.
Shit. But yes, that is all for this week. Thank you again, Taaj. Thank you, Morgan. And we talk about cults next week, bitch. Crazy, but I love it. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to say before I end the recording?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Black Lives Matter. Protect Black trans women.
Hey.
All Black lives.
All that.
Period. And if y'all, feminism and Black Lives Matter support is not inclusive, bitch, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
You.
Bars.
Bye.